Hey everyone, Jules Sugoi here. How you guys doing? So basically, what am I doing in this kind of video? So if you saw the title, I'm gonna try to talk about the anime of fall 2021 in a bit of a different format that I usually do. And by usually I mean the videos I've done before. Um, if you followed my fall 2021 must watch or whatever it's called right now video, you saw that I talked about the anime of fall 2021, my first impressions. I saw the first episode or episodes, and I told you what to watch or what I thought was good. And well, I did follow up with a lot of them, so I have a lot of anime on my mind. Fall 2021 might be the season I've seen the most anime ever, so never doing that again. So what I wanted to do here is basically recap all of them and see what I missed, see what I liked, what I ended up dropping, what I might have retook from the season. So yeah, and sorry if this is my voice sounds shaky or if I can't articulate it correctly. I'm doing this off script because doing a script right now is really tough because I have to also focus on doing the top 10 anime of 2021 plus work and personal stuff, and editing sucks, so yeah. And so yeah, bear with me. I hope you like this new format. If you don't, or if you have any pointers, let me know. Also, please ignore that PNG tuber I put in. It's just I wanted to put something in that accompanied the video and helped it not be like dead, just as a really good background I found. So yeah. So before I go on with the anime I talked about on the video, ground rules. I'm not talking about any sequel that I didn't see. So I think there was the one about the anime girls doing mugs or doing pottery, and there was a Mexican girl there. So my country wins, I guess. Let's make a mug too. I didn't see that because it's the sequel. I didn't see the first one. Digimon, I didn't see the Ghost game, or I didn't have any context for that. Megaton Q, I never found that anime, and I didn't. It has a 6.11 on my anime list, so whatever, I guess. Card Fight, Vanguard, Season 2, Season 2. Anything that looks to be more kid related. Kimi to Fit Boxing, whatever. Lupin 3, which yeah, I didn't talk about that. Yuki Yuna, whatever that is. Blade Runner. I'm just seeing my anime list and talking about that. Kaginado was a comedy from, I think it's a Liden film, so and Kyoto, so no. Deji Meets Girl, I think it was a short series, which I didn't see either. Love was also a sequel. So yeah, not really talking about those. So I'm already talking about stuff I shouldn't be talking about. Whatever. The Isekai where you make food, World Trigger, all that stuff. I'm sure it's good if you like it, but I haven't seen the first series, and taking in a new series right now sucks. So we'll see. So let me just, and also before I go ahead with what I did see and what I did mention on the video, I was not able to see Super Crooks, the one that came out on Netflix. That's on my list, but not really, to be honest. Right now, the only thing I haven't seen from 2021 that I want to see and want to finish is Link Click. I saw the first episode and it was really good. But apart from that, I haven't seen anything else I might have missed that I need to put into account for the top 10 I'm gonna do. JoJo, I haven't seen everything from JoJo yet, so I can't really talk about Jolene right now. I'm still stuck on the desert with JoJo 3 Part 2, so who knows when I'll continue with that. Gokushu Fudo, or the what was it, the Japanese criminal guy who is now a part of a home. What was the name of that in English? The Way of the House Husband. Yeah, I mean it was fine. That first season was okay, but the first core or whatever, because it was like 6 episodes from Netflix. Then haven't seen the second part because it's okay, it's funny, but I wanted it to be animated, you know. But that whatever you like. Um, I haven't seen Retsuko either, so that's pretty much I think everything I haven't seen from fall 2021. Keep in mind it's been a long fall 2021 with a long list of stuff that was seen from me and started. So yeah. So let's go ahead with stuff I did see. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys what I did here. I got the images from the shows I saw. So Shiki Sakura was the first one I put in for whatever reason. So I'm gonna go first with the series that I started and I dropped immediately. So I don't know what else to say about Shiki Sakura. That one was kind of like a Power Ranger team that's united to combat demons, I think. That's pretty much the story it had. And then a kid was dreaming about that, and basically the team has like CGI robots that fight the demons, and this kid, the one on the right of the poster, he basically just dreamed about them, and then they found them like the next day in a museum, and now he's able to fight them for, I don't know, he was compatible with the armor these guys had, and I mean, it maybe story-wise it was good, but the animation was pretty mediocre. Nothing as bad as Tesla Note or the other one that was pretty bad this year. I forgot the name already, damn. But yeah, Tesla Note and its baby brother. But yeah, nothing. I dropped that for a reason, and I think my anime list did the same thing. I think it was under 5 or under 6. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to find. Oh yeah, Death Note and X-Arm. So it's not as bad as those two by far. No. But not anything good either. So we're going ahead with Visual Prison, guys. Oh my god. I think I went too tame on this on my video. I did say it was a weird anime because it was like a music video, kind of like a goth music video or rock metal goth, whatever it was. And it had vampires for some reason too. I think it was like it was supposed to like promote like a band, a real life band. I'm not sure if by the same name. But it was so emo and so weird. I don't know. And also, it also used CGI when those two white clothed vampires were dancing. I don't know. It was way too weird for me. So I dropped it at the first episode. I pretty much didn't finish the first episode, but I knew it was bad. And yeah, it has a 6.63. That's a lot on my anime list for that, but I guess maybe the music for them was good, but I'm not even a fan of that kind of music, so whatevs. Then, Tesla Note. 4.7 on my anime list. I think I think X-Arm has like a 2 or a 3. This is not as bad at all as X-Arm, but I did mention X-Arm on the video because Tesla Note also uses the same animation style of combining 2D and 3D for whatever reason. And it wasn't, I mean, the 2D wasn't as bad as X-Arm's, but the expressions on the characters and stuff like that really got me on the wrong side, I guess. Suppose, like what I said on the video, this girl is supposed to be was supposed to be a ninja from birth, kind of, and her grandfather prepared her because in the future, maybe it was supposed to be that someone evil was gonna use Nikola Tesla's inventions to destroy the world, and all of a sudden a train comes in from a Tesla coil and destroys a building, and like that sounds like a really cool concept, but it's so bad, man. The animation is bad, and the characters are fine. If this was animated better, it might have gotten at least like a 6. I believe, I guess. Maybe even more. Sorry. And but no, it's bad. It's really bad. That's why I dropped it. Then oh my god, I hated this one. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the name of it. What I did call it was Bad Touch. With Sankaku Mado no Sotogawa Yoru, whatever. The Night Beyond the Tri-Cornered Window, whatever that means. Basically, it's a librarian that can see ghosts, or can see, well, yeah, he can see ghosts, or he can see things that are going to be wrong, or things that are haunted. And the yellow-haired guy comes in because he is trying to stop that, or he is like a private eye for that. But at first I didn't know it was Yuri, or at least Yuri Bait, or not Yuri, it's Jiaoui. I don't remember what the term is. A guy love story. So after like the first 2 minutes or the minute came out and the guy started touching the librarian, I was like, this feels wrong, bad. Who likes this stuff, you know? I don't know. Anybody has those likes, whatever. But I don't know, man. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And I think I read that it doesn't even go all the way with that. It doesn't end up being a guys love anime. It's just like making you think it is. But that's just Twitter, so I'm not sure if that's real. But yeah, no, at least the concept itself, it was okay. Like if they like touch hands and that's it, or if they just like bumped into each other and he was able to experience the hauntings or whatever. I mean, it was fine. They were like, this was like Jujutsu Kaisen but without the fighting, you know. But no, it just made me feel so uncomfortable. So that's why I made the meme in the video. But yeah, no, I won't recommend this one either way, to be honest. It has a 6.68, which surprises me a bit too much on my anime list, but whatever. Deep Insanity sucked. Another one that had really bad animation. I think I'm surprised this has more views than the other ones. Well, not by much, like 33,000 people. By my anime list standards, it has a 5.5, so that's pretty down there, you know. Supposedly the world is has an apocalypse, and the only way to fight it or to get resources, I think, was going deep under the Arctic, or deep under something like a mountain, or it has snow, so I'm not sure if it was the Arctic or whatever it was. And you had to fight CGI monsters. And yeah, I don't know. It not much. Like I said on the video, I don't really remember what it was about because I did like sleep under some of these episodes. Well, I just saw the first one, and the monster, probably the worst CGI after X-Arm, you know. Tesla Note was bad, but this CGI monster was horrible, and I did show it on the video originally, but no, you should not see this at all. It's mediocre as heck. Now, the next ones are not as bad, but Build Divide, I put on my list of skips because it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Lite, I guess. It was another card game. And it wasn't really, I mean, it tried so hard to explain the rules in the first episode, but it wasn't giving you any, like, what you need in a Yu-Gi-Oh game, you know? You needed the the attack points, or you needed face up, face down, or defense or whatever. I mean, it did show that, and it was really well animated. I like the character designs. I like the girl with the yellow scarf. I like her design, and the monsters were well enough animated. But I'm not the guy who watches Yu-Gi-Oh! Lite shows, or after Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 and the horrible American version, 4Kids version. I haven't seen any other card games, so this has a 6.36 on my List, so at least I think it stays visually appealing, but maybe the show and the story falls off, but I haven't really changed my mind on this. This one I just skimmed through. It was an ASMR anime, which I think it was Can I Make You Happy in 180 Seconds? So I guess it's a YouTube land or a TikTok application that gives you like 2 minutes to put in an ASMR session, I assume. Not a lot of people watch it, and it has a 5.5, so I'm a bit surprised on that. I guess the people in Mal don't really like ASMR anymore, and that trend really died, to be honest. Like, I didn't mention in the video, and I say this a lot right now in the podcast, but what I mentioned was that the trend was really late, and I think ASMR videos were like pre-COVID, so 2019 was like the last year I was still like listening to that stuff come out on YouTube or whatever. But no, I don't really get it, not for me. But if, again, I'm gonna say the same thing I said in the video. If you like ASMR, but this is gonna do for you something, I guess. And the girls on the poster look fine, but meh, not really interesting enough to give it a watch, Okay, so now we're going to anime I did watch. Oh, well, before I go on with this one, which was the Fruit of Evolution, the one I did watch but wasn't like a whole entire anime was Gambare Doki-chan, I think was her name. I think that was the name. I don't see it on Mal anymore on the thing, which is weird to me. That's so weird. But yeah, Gambare Doki-chan, I think they moved it to spring. I don't know. Sorry, to summer. That started really well. Doki-chan, or her name was really cute. I liked her, and her, like, she's trying to coerce her coworker to make the first move, to be like, hey, look at me, and she's getting thwarted by her coworker, which is like a minor, like a girl who is under her, and she's she's cultured, if you know what I mean. She's trying all her Kohai-chan. Well, she's literally called Kohai. So she is trying to take Doki, or the guy, from her, and then they ended up being friends. So it was pretty wholesome and really cute at the beginning, and then the end was kind of forced at times, and then it was really sped up also, because these are like 5-minute episodes, I think. If at all 5 minutes, I think it was less than that. But yeah, again, Doki-chan had a really good design. I liked her a lot, but 6 out of 10 maybe, if I'm being honest. But from there on, let's talk about Fruit. Now we're gonna talk about anime I did watch, and I dropped was Fruit of Evolution, and pretty much the same from the video. This is an isekai where a school group, or an entire school, is sent over to a different world, and the guy who sent last was basically bullied because he was fat and ugly, and whatever the joke I did was. Let's see if it's still here. Come on, phone. Okay. Seiichi Hiragi, which is the guy, suffers from his classmates' constant bullying due to his somewhat undesirable appearance. They changed it. I put in a quote on the video that said like, but Seiichi is a dirty, rotten, smelling, ugly bastard or whatever it was. um, I know I saw that on Mal and I needed to put that as a joke for that anime. Basically, he's sent over to a different area and that world where he finds the fruit of evolution, which is an OP fruit that lets him gain level considerably, and he starts he stops being fat, and he then finds the gorilla girl, which is the redheaded girl in the poster, and but yeah, kind of cringy at times. The animation itself was meh, so they didn't. If they fought, they didn't really show everything. They just skimmed through it because they didn't have like the capabilities of other shows, And as Isekais go, this might have been the weakest from the season, but who knows? I did drop it at episode 1, and I think the 6.12 in Mal pretty much tells me that I was right, so moving on. Sorry if I'm losing my voice here. I'm trying to go ahead and not make the video too long. Let me take a drink of water. God, if this doesn't sound well, I'm not gonna edit this in any way. I'm just doing this on my OBS as I go, but yeah. So this one was the fight at the borderline, I think. I don't remember the English, the Japanese title. It has 20,000 people watching it, or that watched it. Kyokai Senki, which was Warrior at the Borderline. I did overestimate this one on my video. I didn't put it as the skip file on the skip pile. Basically he finds a mech. He finds a mech in a Japanese world that's like 30 years in the future, I think. It was 2030 something. I don't remember the year. And Japan is basically divided into 3 territories because of Japan going broke, I guess. I'm not sure. And this guy who is an orphan is obligated to flee from some soldiers, I think. And he finds this robot, or this little spirit, the pink spirit, under like an AI, and they can go into a garage, and there's a robot they can control, and it was fine. I mean, the first episode had decent enough animation, and the robot is not CGI; it's 2D animation, and it looks good. But after, I think I dropped it at episode 2. Yeah, I did episode 2. And basically, the kid is really dumb. He can escape or he can help the fight, and I disliked him when he was in the. He went from an interesting character in the first episode to like being a bit dumb and boring in the second one when he was fighting, and they needed to go into a bridge, and the reactions he was giving weren't like the best. I'm trying to remember because this was like pretty much 2 months ago. 3 months ago, damn. So yeah, I skipped this, and it has a 6.29 on Mal, so I'm pretty sure this is not that good. But if you're a mecha fan, because they did give us a bunch of mecha animations this season for whatever reason, and yeah, I think mecha's dead, dude. But we'll see. Then it was Mute King, which I did say it was kind of cringe, but I also said it was kind of funny. and I liked the concept of it because it was 80s. I actually put in the. If you saw the video, I hope you saw the little Easter egg I did there when he was doing the Michael Jackson pose. um, so yeah, Mute King was, I think, it's not an adaptation. It's like a continuation or a spiritual successor to Mute King show in the 80s, 90s in Japan, where the hero is basically like a dancing hero. The guy in the red suit with the V on his helmet, that's Mute King. And yeah, I mean, the blue hair guy, the blue hair kid comes into New York, or no, it was San Francisco. Yeah, it was San Francisco in the future, or Neo San Francisco. I don't remember the name. And he's a good dancer, but he was just going there to see some family. And all of a sudden he sees this DJ, and they find out that basically the Apple guy from that world is trying to take over the world with music, or with his Apple products or whatever. And they need to defeat him with the power of the Mute King guy. After episode 1, it's the same. It's so same-ish. It doesn't really give you anything more. I dropped it at episode 2 because apart from there being more stuff to watch, it did get like boring at times. It does have I think, yeah, this one has really no people watching these. Mute King was at 4,738 people. Damn. 5.8. So not even the boomers were watching this. So yeah, I don't really recommend it either. So whatever, let's go on. Now we go on to stuff I did have more expectations of. I think I saw 3 episodes of this one. It was I was kicked out of my party and I decided to live in a more tranquil place, or whatever it was called in Japanese. It was long. So banished from the hero's party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. Yeah, that was typical Isekai. Sorry, typical fantasy anime with the long ass name. So it did start really good. I like the main character, the guy being able to live his new life and strive to be like a pharmacist or have his own little pharmacy, and he was able to collect what leaves and plants and whatever he needed to do his medicines, because he's not as strong as he is because he was kicked out, but he's strong enough to do these simple tasks and help out the community or the little town he was stuck on. So it was good. But after the yellow-haired girl came in, it felt generic, you know? I'm not gonna say it's bad, because I did enjoy the first episodes, and I think if I stuck with it, I might have just been okay with it. But no, it didn't feel like there was any stakes to it. Maybe after a few more episodes, the hero party was gonna come in and be like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" You know. But didn't really seem like that. It seemed more like it was going from slice of life adventure in a quaint little town to slice of life with romance and the girl, and I mean, it's fine, and I think it's not as good as the other. There was another one that was a slice of life this year that I recommended on my first video. The one that I recommended was the 300 years beating slime, and now I'm the most powerful witch. I think that was better. At least the animation is better on that one, and since it's like a little girls group, it was fun. It was funny, and it was really wholesome. So I would recommend that one over this one, but maybe not put that on as a priority, either one. I don't know. I'm just ranting here. All right, next one. Selection Project, I think, had a lot of people watching it, though. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that like idols, so I'm not as surprised. Uh, Selection Project had almost 30,000 people watching it, and it has a 7.3 on Mal. But it was like just like the video. I thought it was generic because, well, we just came. We the season before we had a School Idol or Love Live School Idol project, which was phenomenally. It has a really good animation, and this one came in and was okay. It wasn't bad either, but the main character was able to survive a childhood sickness, and just wanted to be an idol, and had to put into like the Japan contest or American Idol version of whatever they do. um, and again, it's fine if you're an Idol fan, you're gonna love this. But I'm not much of an Idol fan myself, so the only thing I watch when I see anything that's Idol related is when they put it the S song, or if they put in if I'm watching Siva Gunner and and he's doing the Christmas joke. So not really my thing, but yeah, it's not that bad. I wouldn't. I'm not calling this anime bad by any chance, but you have to be specifically invested into the idol culture to like it. Speaking of which, Part of Orange, it's exactly the same thing, I think, but I think they made it like kind of worse. I mean, the idea of it has a 6.31 and it has like 10,000 viewers less, and before the season started, and was like a group of girls go into being hockey players, and like, oh, okay, a hockey anime, that sounds interesting. But it starts with a really good hockey scene or hockey match, and then they win and they start dancing in the middle of the rink. So I don't know. Then flashback or flash forward or whatever, and they're back at school, and that's when that's the first day they start going into hockey tryouts. So yeah, not good. I mean, I'm not sure if after that flash forward they do this every episode where they sing and dance, but it's so funny to see like the models of the hockey players like brutally going in and getting the goals and whatever they do, and then they take off their helmets and these wide-eyed anime girls. So at least for that, it's funny, but not something I'd recommend in a heartbeat. Sorry about that. I am dying right now. All right. So, now from here, we're gonna talk about stuff I watch or I'm watching. Well, right now, the only 86 is still on, but the last two episodes are, from what I saw on the internet, it's been delayed until March, which I just hope they don't do a Wonder Egg on us. I don't want to be hurt again. But season 2 hasn't been that good, or at least the second core hasn't been that good compared to the first one. I mean, it's still visually awesome. I really like the characters, I like the designs. The mechs are, even though they're CGI, they're handled well. And the plot of Lena fighting her own country and then going into the war is pretty interesting. The problem is she's not talking to the the main group anymore, and now the main focus is the group, the 86, and this chibi princess or chibi queen or whatever she is. I mean, she's being protected because she is basically the one that started the war. But some of the episodes feel like, okay, we get it, you're explaining what the past was and how the leader of the 86 and her knight are related, or how they're similar because they're both tragic figures. And what was the name? When Shin is basically the Grim Reaper of the 86, and how the knight is just trying to avenge his queen or his princess. But no, I don't know. I understand that you needed to give us more so that the story can continue, but I just want to see Sheen and the rest go ahead and reunite, or finally see Lena, you know? I'm not sure if there's gonna be a season 3 or season 2, I mean. But I need that payoff, man. I need to see them go with Lena. And this feels like I'm not sure what else they can do after what happened in the last episode, but yeah. You have 2 episodes to give us Lena, and Lena has been... She's like on the back of this poster, like she's half of what the poster is, and she's been on the season for like 10 minutes, I think. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still watching it. I'm still enjoying it to the fullest I can, but I'm kind of disappointed it's not better than it should be, you know. But it's still very popular, so that's good. I'm fine with that. Also, the OP is really good. I mean, it's the guy doing the OP, I think. Let me find the name. Oh, Amasarashi. Damn, they're really good. I think, if I'm not wrong, they sang one of the My Hero Academia ones. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's really good OP and really good visuals. Might be in my top 10 of the year of OPs, you know. I'm not gonna do that video. If you want that video, let me know, but I don't think I'm gonna do that one. Too much copyright stuff. But yeah, 86 is fine, but not as good as I thought it was gonna be. Demon Slayer was just basically the recap of the Demon Train arc. It was really good seeing this again. I mean, it's again a recap, so it's not like anything groundbreaking and not a lot changes. Just the first episode where Rengoku is introduced, and how he got informed of the Demon Train and everything, and a little bit more on him, since on the movie we just saw him. Well, what happened to him? But yeah, it's good. I really like the OP. And by the way, the opening for the current season is really dang good, guys. And I just finished seeing episode 5, I think. Man, so good, so good. You need to start watching Demon Slayer if you haven't already. It's really good. But yeah, basically, the recap arc is really good too. If you didn't see the movie, which I don't know why you wouldn't do that, watch the movie. This just, if you want to see both, I saw both just to make sure, but not much of changes, just a few visual ones that they needed to do to cut times. But yeah, watch the movie, and if you want to make sure, just watch the first episode of this season. But yeah. Then it's the assassin Isekai, which the world's best assassin gets killed. Now he's revived into an Isekai world. It has more to it, but I don't remember the name. But yeah, the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. So yeah, he's basically... I think this was pretty much my expectations for it. although it did fall off at sometimes, you know. I don't know about. I hope you guys saw this, but basically the first episode shows the assassin on the real world getting killed covertly by an airplane and in a plane, I mean. And then he is reborn as a kid or as a baby in the world, and he's pretty much already a king, prince. So, or or the he's going to inherit the family name and everything for people who are already assassins. So that was okay, and I like that it is an isekai and it does focus a lot on magic and and doing spells and the physics of the new world at times. But it also, what I really like, it still takes to mind the physical abilities of this guy and what he remembers from the past life. Which again, like, what I really like about Mushoku Tensei is that Rudy doesn't forget about his past life, so he takes those problems to heart. What this guy does is he brings guns into the world with with a magic spell, which it's pretty much OP because it's like creating stuff out of nowhere. And his skills and abilities are still in his mindset, so he can still use that to his advantage. So the fights, the character himself is good. Where the cringe comes in is some after he saves the first girl. Well, the first two girls, they are both enamored with him, and like, okay, screw what we were doing, screw my life. I'm yours, dude. I mean, we're not even gonna fight between ourselves who is gonna be yours. We just want some of that. That's basically like, it was episode like 5 or 6. And the blue-haired girl, you're gonna need to let me off the hook on this because I don't remember the names. Maha, when we get the backstory on Maha, it was crazy good. I mean, it was so sad, but it was like really well done. Because the group of friends are captured and then they're used, and then some of the friends need to find a way to get out of there and not be used like they were being used as. And then Maha miraculously got saved by Luke, so it was really good. Like, okay, what are you gonna do with Maha's character after this? And then she's like completely enamored again with Luke in the next episode, and she's like just there. Like, come on, man. Maha was really interesting. What are you doing with this, you know? Tarte or Tart, whatever you call it in English. She was fine. She was more interesting than Maha. Because she was found starving because she was casted out from her family because of low food sources at the time. And 2 years later, and now she's a badass like fighter and able to be Luke's right hand girl. And I probably the most interesting one is Dia, because she's the love interest and she is the one, like, the magic caster. Like, they all have mana, but she's like the most important one when it comes to magic. She's the one who helped Luke be able to cast and get guns and everything, you know. She's interesting. She's the main love interest, but I know this is gonna have a season 2. It's pretty obvious it's gonna have a season 2. I'm interested to see how they're gonna handle the three of them being with Luke, because in the first episode when we had the flashback or the flash forward to how they were working together, it was pretty badass. It was really cool. So I'm just hoping they don't do a love square, I guess, because that's gonna be a little cringy. That's the only part of the series that I disliked a lot, because the girls have this really good backstory, and then they just come in with Luke and they're like, okay, screw my life, I just here to serve you, you know. Like, it's valid because he saved them, but come on, man, give him more credit, you know. But overall, I give it a 7 out of 10 on Mail. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Apart from Mushoku Tensei, I think this is the only other Isekai I give high praises to. Apart from maybe Saihate no Paladin, but that's gonna be something I need to talk to you guys about. So let's go on. Blue Period. Man, Yaguchi, man. So damn relatable. I did say this on the video as well. I related to him a lot because it's hard to... The moment when I was in high school, trying to figure out what career to go to, everyone was already like super sure what they were gonna do, and I was too. And then at the last semester, I had one of the classes I was gonna have, like in how do I say it? Medicine. I was gonna study medicine, so we had to study the diseases and everything, and the body parts and whatever. I'm trying to remember the name of the class, but I didn't like it, man. I hated it. So it was like a semester before, like, okay, what am I gonna do with my life now, you know? And then I steered away to engineering, which was fine. But I basically the relatability that you're not sure what you're gonna do isn't gonna make you happy, and then he finds something that makes him happy for the first time in a long time. And even though it's gonna be so hard for him to succeed and find good jobs or find a good opportunity to stand out on the art world, was really fun, was really captivating. And I really like the show for it, you know. Yaguchi's a really good character. I like the cast itself. Some elements were a bit like, I don't want to say extra, but maybe, yeah, extra is a good word for it. But like her friend there, it was what was their name? Ryuji. Their problems were really important for the series too, but like it was like kind of extra for what Yaguchi Yatora was living at the moment. But Maki, Yotasuke, Maru, the teachers were really nice. And it's coming from someone who is trying to get into art. Ignore the PNG I made because that's pretty bad. Trying to go into art for the first time in a long while. It was really nice to see like the lessons being helpful to us as well. And I'm really interested in what they're gonna do on season 2. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it a season 2, right? You can't leave me at that. But yeah, I want to see what's gonna happen to the cast, what's gonna happen to Yaguchi, and yeah, it's on Netflix. You need to watch it. Really nice visuals, nice backgrounds. The art is really outstanding. And if you've been in a school that's hard, or if you've been pressured to choose something and you're not sure what to do, it's perfect for that. You're gonna feel a lot of relatability with this. I kind of got emotional in some parts as well, so yeah, watch it. And this one, Heike Monogatari. I did build this one up on the video, I'm not gonna lie. I put it in the top 5 things I'd recommend, and I still stand by it. The problem is that I skipped it. I dropped it, and I kind of feel bad for doing that, but not because the show is bad. The show itself is more historical and centers more in Japan in the past, you know, in the 1990s. No, in the 90s, 1900s, I think. when there was war and everything, war between families and all that stuff. And the main character, I'm forgetting her name. This is tough for me, you know. Let's see. Biwa. Biwa's ability to see the future when she closes one eye is really interesting. It's a really cool idea, and maybe from all the anime we've gotten this past year, visually the most different from everything, and it's one of the most beautiful ones we've gotten this year, apart from like Osama ranking and stuff like that, and Komi, whatever. Um, but it's more. The problem is I'm not into this kind of like anime that's more slow and more cultured with the Japanese culture, you know. It goes hard on those topics, and those like shows you like the difference in the monarchy and how people were treated in the past, you know. And it doesn't, the sci-fi part of it doesn't come in until, I guess, much later, because I didn't see anything like that sci-fi or that looking into the future happening until like episode 4. I dropped it at episode 4, yeah. And I was, maybe it was me being already too focused on watching too much anime, but it might have inclined me to stop watching it. But if you're totally free from watching anime, which I don't know if that's possible right now, I totally recommend it if you want to watch it. If you like something like Dororo, for example, or I don't know, yeah, Dororo might be the best example for this. Or Kaguya from the Kaguya Hime no Monogatari, the one from the Ghibli films, and Dororo. If you like those a lot, you'll like this a lot too. Nothing against it. It just probably a 7 out of 10 for me too. But I just had to drop it, you know. This one, I need people to watch this one. It's The Vampire Dies Quick. It's animated by the people, or it's done by the people who worked for Madhouse, you know. It's Madhouse driven, so you know it's good. Madhouse, it's PG-13, and it already has its second season confirmed. Basically, the vampire, the purple guy there, whenever he is scared, or he is, if somebody touches him the wrong way, or he trips, he dies, or he dies for the stupidest reasons ever. And it's really good. It's probably the best comedy out of last year. I need to think about more comedy shows that came last year, but might be my favorite one from last year. And Ronaldo's really great. The whole cast is perfect. They have a really good chemistry, and it helps to make the comedy spot on. It has really good comedic timing, and it does focus on villains. Like, has had like a villain of the week, or the villain of the episode, with a twist, and all the villains are pretty much like perverts for whatever reason. They're vampires as well. So Draluk, the purple guy, is part of a family or a clan of good vampires, or they're perfectly okay with humans, and now they're coming in with other vampires who are bad and are perverted, and one guy has the ability to make you say bad words. The other one has the ability to make you play strip, Janken Pong, rock paper scissors. So it's funny. It's really funny. Also, they went hard in explaining the backstory of the armadillo John. Ronaldo, and Daluk are a great cast, are a great trio of characters there. I really recommend you watch it. It's really funny. Okay, so I'm gonna have to apologize for this one. Miruko-chan. On the video, I did say that I was really disappointed with it. And then on text, I did say it was better than I made it out to seem, because I was more like, how can I say this? I was more like angry that it was so like weird, so deprived, so sexualized. And because it was supposed to be a horror anime and comedy as well. And the ghosts are really good, well done. I liked the ghosts and the specters and the supernatural part of the show. But episode 1 and 2 are really bad ways to introduce the show, you know? I say this because episode 1 and 2 were the ones that had the most close-ups and the most cringy showings of the Mirko and her friend. The most like sexualized part of the whole show. It was Mirko and Hana. Hana, especially Hana, because she's funny as heck. I like her a lot. She's really cute and nice. But she's really well developed, if you know what I mean. And she was really much part of the close-ups and everything. So yeah, I had that wrong impression. But after episode 2, episode 3 and beyond goes for it. So Mirko going through the whole ghost thing seems like it's gonna get old. Just like the vampire dies quick when he dies every time. It never gets old. Mirko getting scared starts getting a bit old at like episode 4. But then they start putting in twists. And showing like she's able to touch them, or she's able to fight them with other spirits, or she's able to use Hana in her advantage for stuff like that. So, and it's even funnier and more like sad how she's like suffering from this, and she's like, her reactions are spot on. She's like, I'm tired of this shit, and she's already crying or stuff like that, you know? She's suffering, and then she gets a moment of relief, and you're like, yeah, okay. And the ghosts, almost all of them are not that scary, but by episode 9, episode 10, when they put in like the last arc of the story of the season, and we get like the substitute teacher, that was really scary. I mean, it's not scary like jump scary, but the concepts and what they were talking about was like, damn, are they really gonna talk about this? And they do, like animal cruelty and stuff like that. Like, sheesh. But they handled it really well. They knew how to balance like those scary parts and like Mirko suffering with like moments of happiness for her, and like reassuring her she's gonna be okay. If she like confides in her friends. And yeah, it was the world itself, the characters, it's spot on, and the idea of her surviving is sad, funny, and scary at the same time. So I'm really interested in what they're gonna do, because at the end it seemed like they were gonna do like more. It's gonna have like a plot per se, but I'm not sure what they're gonna do. But I'm really intrigued on it. Miruko-chan is like an 8 out of 10 for me, and I'm really glad it shut me up after what I said on the video. So definitely go watch it. It redeemed itself for me. Just bear in mind, episode 1 and 2 are gonna be a bit cringy. Everything else is way better. It's like light and day. Let me talk real quick about Mushoku. It's phenomenal. I think a lot of people are putting it as anime of the year, and I'm inclined to put it there as well. Maybe top 5, maybe for me. But Rudy is growing up in a way that's really inspiring, really good. Rigerd and what was her name? Eri-chan. Damn, it's like they know how to start. They have a really good cast of characters that you want to see go back to their world and go back to their land and see what's gonna happen. The tension to see if Rudy's family is okay or their friends are okay. I mean, the growth that Rudy and all of them are experiencing, and the arcs that are developing. It's like phenomenal. And also bear that in mind that it has really good animation. No opening, but it has like different teams that come in when the episode comes in that are really good. I don't know what else to say. It's the action is good. The comedy is really well done as well. The dramatic moments are perfect. Rudy does feel, at least to me, like he's not just like the same guy the perverted guy who is a shut-in. He's growing and he is getting more, how would I say, like, he is having more problems, but I think he can get through them now because he's grown up so much as a person. But yeah, I mean, it's really good. If don't be mistaken that maybe season 1 has a lot of Rudy being really perverted, but season 2 like tones it down a bit. But it's the perverted stuff still comes in with the story, and it's pivotal to some of the points it's trying to make. So yeah, I mean, I from what you saw, what I said with Miruko-chan, I don't like anything that's heavily perverted, but Mushoku still does it really well. It's really one of the best isekais I've seen, so go check it out. It's 24 episodes right now, and you're gonna wait with us for season 2, so check it out, guys. And stuff that actually did disappoint me, oh my god. Platinum End, guys. I dropped it at episode 5, I think. It's not even being watched by a lot of people. Wait, maybe it is. Oh yeah, it is. It has 277,000 people watching it, and it has a 6.54. I think it started with like 7.5 or whatever, and it went down and down and down. I'm so, how could I say, like, I'm embarrassed that I said it was like Death Note, because it is from the same people, or it's the same like story from the same guy, but man, it can't even compare with Death Note right now. I mean, it's so ridiculous. And I know Death Note is too. Like, Death Note is one of the most ridiculous shows ever. It's sometimes with the potato chips thing and the incredible luck these characters have at times. But the idea of Platinum End, at the beginning was like, okay, this guy survives being killing himself, and now has the power to control people, kill people, and now he's going to go against 12 other people. And okay, it's like, okay, that sounds ridiculous, but it sounds like a good story in anime. And then you put in a guy, the strongest guy is now in a mech suit, like a Power Ranger, and now he has other Power Rangers, and like, there's so many layers to this guy. And then the main character is like really meek, very cowardly, and you get why he doesn't want to fight, and you would probably feel the same way. But it's like layers and layers of stuff that are like, it gets too like confusing at times, or it's like it feels like they're doing too much with a story that shouldn't be that hard to do, you know? I don't know. Like I said, I did drop it at episode 5 because I was already... No, episode 6. It got ridiculous at episode 6, I remember. Well, and I was like, okay, I gotta stop. Because thinking that okay, if it's gonna be 12 episodes, it's not gonna be that bad. But then I saw it was gonna be 24 episodes. Like, okay, what the heck are you gonna do with this story? What are you gonna try to show us here? And uh, I had the pressure of seeing more anime, so like, all right, no, dropping this. So yeah, no. Hopefully, if this gets better at by spring, maybe I'll rewatch it. But I dropped it, man. I'm sorry. This one's another one I left. It was Rumble Garandal. Yeah, this one has low views. This has a 6.3 in Mal. I did say it was good. It was another one of those mecha anime where the green-haired guy is like a waiter or one of those boys that attend women in bars, and then he a futuristic Japanese armada comes in from like 5 years later, and they start to try to make war with current Japan, and then there's this mech that comes in like almost like the design for this mech is a bit not Kill Kill, it's the other one from the people who made Gurren Lagann Isk, and then he goes into the mech and it's powered by another girl, so that's like Darling in the Franxx-esque. And okay, so the girl is chibi, so it's probably fine, and we're not gonna have anything overly sexualized like Darling in the Franxx. 2 episodes later, the girl is in the mech suit with him, and she's doing the same, or if not the same, pretty much the same exact pose from Darling in the Franxx with him. Like, I just made the joke that it wasn't like this, man. What are you doing? But yeah, animation itself was mediocre, I'd say. The story was getting like kind of dumb, kind of like kids level, you know. I dropped it at episode 3 because I think it's not Rin, the red hair girl, wasn't the only like girl they were going to use. There's the idol and the kid that's like a shut-in and whatever. And but they were using so much time with Rin, like, oh no, this guy now doesn't believe in anime, and now we can't save the world. Like, I don't care. I mean, we go into like Inception basically, and like, okay, we need to go into her dreams because she's not getting out of the robot, and we need to get her out by making her happy and believe in the world again. Like, what kind of Inception-esque, Evangelion-esque thing are you doing right now? And again, at the end of episode 3, you have the Darling in the Franxx post, like, okay, I dropped it. I mean, it's not as bad as it sounds. Like, it's better than I think a lot of people gave it credit, but nah, I'm not gonna continue this one. This one I did drop as well. So Heike no Paladin. This is also an isekai, but this guy got isekai'd as a baby. So he got isekai'd as a baby into this new world, and he was thrown into like somewhere with like these 3 monsters, like the sand skull guy, the priest, and the wizard. Sorry, I kind of like to catch my breath here. So he's taught to be able to defend himself and how to fight the world once he got older and became an adult. And first 2 episodes were fine. I was really liking them, and how he was having his relationships with these 3 monsters, or these 3 people in the world. By episode 3, though, it felt like meh. I don't know. I felt it was the episode where he needed to go into a labyrinth and get out of there, and he had to face the magician who was evil for whatever reason. And the fight scenes were bland. I don't know. There wasn't anything like I was enjoying from the show at that time, so I dropped it. It has a 6.97 in Mal right now, so, and it has a lot of members watching it, so it's almost 200,000 people. So I think it's safe to say I dropped it in a good time. I don't know. Maybe if it gets better later in the second season, I might retake it. But I never got out. I never saw him outside of his comfort zone, so I'm not sure if this gets better or not. So fine, but I think the other Isekai was better. The other one I mentioned. So yeah. Another one that disappointed me, Sakugan, whatever. I did say that it reminded me of Gurren Lagann combined with Made in Abyss. Well, I didn't say Gurren Lagann, but whatever. It's basically like a mix that are trying to thrill from one place to another, and they're exploring a different world inside of the mind they're in. So it does feel like that. But I did say that one of the stronger points, that one of the things that I liked that were promising to me was the daughter-father relationship. But man, dude, I hated Memempu. I hate her her character is really and sorry for the word, really bitchy, you know? She's on episode 2, we're told that she's one of the smartest people in her city or whatever where she was, because she went from being a little kid in the education system to being in high school or almost graduating. What? And it's fine, but she doesn't seem like it. She doesn't seem smart. You're told she's really smart, but by episode 2, where they're trying to escape from a monster that comes in one of those rehabilitation zones, she jumps into a pit and survives somehow, and leaves Gagumber alone and to fight, and he miraculously finds her inside of a cellar per se. So plus the way she treats Gagumber is so bad, man. I feel sorry for Gagumber at times, which is the dad. Gagumber seemed more interesting than her by a long shot, because by episode 4, when they're in a different city, he gets caught by they're not allowed to go and destroy all of the things they did, and then he's trying to go into a bar, and then Memempu goes in and blocks him, cock blocks him, and he's funny, he's fine, and he fights well, and he's well intended, but then Memempu just screwed it all for me. I mean, she's really annoying, and I was like, okay, no, I'm not gonna continue this. If she's going to continue to be this character, and she didn't get any she didn't get reprimanded in episode 3 or episode 2 when she's the one that was doing this dumb stuff. I don't know. I was okay, if you're not gonna give this character any consequences for her dumb actions, well, she's not gonna get any better, you know? And yeah, I left it at that. So it has a 6.57 in Mal. So I think I might have been right on this one. Right now. I was wrong in my video. It gave me more hope than I thought. So good on them, bad on me, I guess. Sorry. Alright, so probably one of my favorites from this season, apart from top 3. This might be top 3. Senpai ga Usai, or My Senpai is Annoying, is so good, man. Holy crap. I mean, when this came out, or when this was announced, and I saw this poster, I was like, okay, this seems like Kobayashi-san-esque or like Nichiyo-esque. And the cast is maybe my favorite one from the season. I really like everybody. The senpai, the green hair girl. I'm blanking on her name. This needs more viewers. It has under 200,000 viewers, so it has to have more. Uh, Futaba, the senpai, Sakurai, and Kazama are so good, man. I mean, one of the comments from the show that I heard a lot that kind of irked me a bit was this show should have been about Kazama and Sakurai, and you should have left Futaba and Harumi in the second plane. I'm totally against that because both of these relationships are really interesting. Futaba and Harumi's are more funny, and Sakurai and Kazama's are is more heartwarming. Like, it's perfect. They give us like really good chemistry on both of them. And then you have the friend Natsumi, and then you have the little brother of Sakurai, Yuto, having like a friend relationship, and then you have Futawa's grandpa, which is hilarious. Mona, who is like crazy. She's like from a European country or whatever, or she's like accustomed to the cold, and she's funny as well. It just the whole vibe of the show being in an office setting and them working hard and being able to support each other is really nice. And how there's a lot of episodes where they are out of the office or they're having like vacation, and it's fun to see them hang out. Sakurai, Sota, sorry, Kasama and Toko being together in their aquarium date was really good. It was really good. I really like Kasama. He's probably my favorite character here. But that's hard because it's everyone. I really like every character here. Maybe the office extras are a bit annoying when they're trying to go ahead and get on Toko's good side, but apart from that, no, it's really good. It's really funny. It's really well thought out. It's really romantic. It's really nice. It feels really like warm to watch, you know. And before I forget, the opening is really, really, really good. It's a good song. It's a perfectly fine song. It's not the best song of the year, but the opening, like the animation and the idea of it, is so good. Like they're trying to say like they're in a meeting, like, okay, how are we gonna promote our business? And they're doing like the opening itself, like, oh, it's so good. And before I forget, Sakuan's opening is spot on. Is so freaking good, but I hate that the anime sucks. But I forgot to say that on the other one. But yeah, this one has really good animation, really good designs. I love all the characters. So if you're a fan of Kobayashi-san or Nichiyu or anything slice of life, this one's for you, man. You gotta watch it. Ooh, Taisho Otome. Taisho Otome Fairy Tale. This one, I think it has less than 100,000 viewers. And it sucks and it's so underappreciated because it's so good. Probably like, I think this is my favorite romance anime of the year of 2021. Because, well, maybe besides Komi, but the idea of Tamahiko giving up on life and having this ray of sunshine, Jizuki come into his life and help him view, like, not give up and see what the world can give him, regardless of his hand, and because he did lose his hand motion from an accident, is so heartwarming, man. She's so pure-hearted, and you just love this pairing. I really enjoy them together and see how their love blooms. Maybe the only episode that I disliked was the one where what was her name? Rio, I think. The one that was from a different, from a world, from a broken household. She came in and stole a wallet and also said that she was uh, a mistress. Like, okay, what are you doing to this couple, man? Come on. uh, just the only episode I kind of disliked, but Tamahiko, uh, getting a sense of going back into the world because of um, Yusuke and him teaching these village kids and just going out and doing his best is so good. I mean, it's really nice. I did not expect the last 3 episodes on what happened. I like that it referenced real world problems. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but those 3 episodes are really well. The last 2 episodes are kind of nerve wracking at times, and you're wondering, okay, what's gonna happen? Are they really gonna go this route, or is it gonna get sad, or what's going on? But it's really well done. I really hope this has a second season because I want to see how what else they do with Tamahiko and Yusuke. It's if you're into romance anime, this one's gonna be good for you. Then we have Tacto P Destiny, and I don't know, guys. I did put this on my top 10, top 5. I think it was top 3. I think. It's beautiful. This is like the exact opposite of what Mieruko-chan did to me. First 2 episodes were perfect. First episode with like the animation from Madhouse. I think it was Madhouse, right? Yeah, Madhouse animating the first part of the first episode with like the fight and the music and the OST, getting to know the characters. So good. It's like drawn in. Like that is the best Magnet episode you were gonna get. It's the one that's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna watch this show. Screw it. Second episode, where we get Tact's and Destiny's backstory, is so well done. I mean, the build up to the disaster that came to them and why they're like how they were at the end was so good. And I mean, if the whole show was just those 2 episodes, keeping that energy and the drama and the great songs and everything, it would have been perfect. But it then went. I think a lot of what didn't help the show was that it got confusing at times. Sometimes just not a ton, but it did get a bit confusing, and it stopped getting interesting, like in the middle, towards the end. Like some things you were like, I don't know. Anna was good, Titan was good, and Lenny was great, but I feel like what Lenny's backstory or what happened to him or what happens to his character is a bit unearned. Like we see him for like 2 episodes and he's in the shadows, and then we get like this whole big episode showing us what he is or what he comes from. Is like meh. And then Heaven and Hell. I mean, Hell was fine, but like you knew this woman was a bad guy, from the start. I don't know. And then again, I don't want to go into spoilers, but the last episode felt so rushed when they made the pretty much like an Evangelion reference and then a SpongeBob reference at the end, and then the after credits of like, oh, remember there's a game for this, or there's gonna be a game for this. Like, oh, that's right, this was supposed to be like a commercial for a mobile game in Japan. Like, huh. So if it, again, episode 1 and 2 helped this be like a 7 out of 10 for me, because everything else was fine. animation and designs were always good. Sometimes some of the fights were boring, or there wasn't any more diversity in the fights for it to be more interesting. And character-wise, we had explored pretty much everything that was interesting with them in a while, and yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. At least the game sounds like it's gonna be interesting, but yeah, this one, it's not bad, but it got underwhelming. I stand by what I said from the video on this one, that a lot of people were not watching this for whatever reason, because Tsukito Laika, which was the vampiress, the cosmonaut that goes into space, Irina, was so good, man. I mean, the concept itself was interesting. I did say that it was supposed to be the USSR having the space wars with like the United States and I think it was the United Kingdom at the time, and that they were fighting to see who was going to send the first human to space. And since they don't want to, they had already tested with dogs, so the next the next big thing is to test with a vampire, which is classified because of course it's Russia, you know. And Irina is such a great character. I mean, maybe at the end she kind of fell off a bit because, well, she was like oppressed a bit when she had already done what she can do. But she began like this. She was like the Asuka of this show, you know. And then she was really cute. Her reactions were cute. She was tenacious. She's kind. She learns how to appreciate humanity because of Lev, which shout out to Lev. I mean, he's a really good character too. Anya was fine. I was more relieved that she wasn't more cringe that I thought she was gonna be. The only thing, the characters that I kind of disliked were the other pilots that were testing out, because they were unnecessarily dickish sometimes, and then they got vindicated at the end. I say that in quotes because they were like, "Oh, now we're good again, and now we appreciate what you did for our country." Like, okay, 180, but okay, fine. But yeah, I like the idea of them having to fight the all the USSR rumors and how they guard information and all they do to stop stuff leaking from their country. It was interesting. The animation was fine. It was not anything like breathtaking, but the backgrounds, me being biased because I really like when they put in a lot of stars in the sky and stuff like that. Really nice backgrounds, and the music was pretty spot on too. So yeah, if you want an anime with a nice, like, I don't know if I would call it like a romance, but a nice like relationship of friends, and like with a weird story, you're gonna like this one. I think we're down to the nitty gritty here. Osama ranking. This is gonna be a tough one to talk about because we're still, this is still part of what we're airing right now. And I was like, when I'm gonna do my top 10 videos, top 10 anime, I was thinking if I was gonna include Osama or not, because I saw that I don't follow them anymore, but I saw that Anime Trending was not including this one because it because of a new rule. I guess they got mad that Crunchyroll put in Jujutsu Kaisen as a 2021 best anime, 2020 best anime, when it was just the first score. But I think Osama ranking deserves to be nominated for best anime easily, because those were some of the best 11 episodes I've ever seen in an anime. Wit Studio just doesn't miss, you know? Sorry, I'm just talking here, but it's like Boji is. You just love Boji, man. It's like he's so pure-hearted, and he doesn't let anything get him too down, and he wants to be better and try to do his best to get strong, and him getting the help he can from this. I'm still surprised this still has like under 200,000 views. What the hell? Kage and Boji are like so good together. It's ridiculous. Kage's backstory is so heartwarming and sad, and if it didn't make you tear up, you're lying to yourself. Boji, every time he's down and starts crying, is like, you think they're like baiting you to cry, but it's if you cry, it's earned. It's so good. And I love that all of these they're showing so many like characters. You know, this is a big ass world, and you have a big ass cast here. And you think, okay, a lot of them are bad, and they're against Boji, and or they're in favor of Boji, and then they all have like this development. They develop all of them really well, and you want to see what's gonna happen to each and every one of them. You want to see what happens to Daida, what's going on with him. You want to see what's going to happen to Healing, and the soldiers that are still weighing their options, and what's like the secret of the mirror, and it's just so much stuff, but it doesn't feel like too much, you know? It's like the perfect amount of story and branches of a tree to see like, okay, I can still follow all of this, and I'm totally invested in everything, you know? This is weird without putting it in a script, but I don't know. This is like, it's really hard to think about which anime was the best in 2021, and best of all is between this one and the next one, to be honest. But I think Ranking of Kings just being one core, and I know that's the second core is gonna be perfect. I know it's still gonna be great, but with one core, I can see why Crunchyroll gave Jujutsu Kaisen its anime of the year. Osama Ranking might be my anime of the year of 2022 in that regard, if I don't think too much about it. And I still have to have Odd Taxi in regards, as well as Mushoku Tensei, Komi-san maybe. So yeah, I have to. It's a hard decision, and if Osama Ranking isn't nominated for Best Anime for Crunchyroll, they're gonna hear from me. But yeah, it's if they put in that rule, because you can't nominate Jujutsu Kaisen and not nominate Osama Ranking in this year from what you did last year, you know? 10 out of 10 series, easily. Animation is... it's Wit Studio, man. You know it's good. Designs are really good. It's really different from a lot of the traditional anime. It feels epic and grand. You want to see how they help Boji overcome all of this adversity. And again, what's gonna happen to the rest of them? It's like perfect. It's a perfect little anime world that you wanna stay enveloped in. But yeah, I think I don't know what more else to say. The first OP is really good, but the second OP, man, it's perfect. It's amazing. The song is really good, and the visuals are man, it's probably the best Wit Studio has done in a while, and that's saying a lot. Some of the shots are so emotionally packed, and you can feel the emotions on them. But yeah, I don't know if you haven't seen Mushoku Tensei. Sorry, Osama Ranking and Osama Ranking, and Mushoku Tensei. If you're waiting for it to finish, I guess I can understand that. But if you don't have it planned yet, you need to watch Osama Ranking. It's perfect. It's really good. Maybe I'm biased because I'm also putting the next one like next to it, but no, this is like one of the best animes ever. It has to be watched. You have to watch it. It's a must watch. And yeah, the final one, Komi-san. Komi can't communicate. Damn, it's good. It's the last one because I'm already dying here. Uh, so Komi-san, I loved it, man. I was leaving Komi-san for the end, because I was trying to see if Netflix was going to upload all of it by when I finish my binging of all the animes, and they did. But the problem with Netflix is that they don't translate all of it. So they do translate everything that's talked about, but some of the text bubbles and some of the effects that are parts of what I love about Komi-san don't get any translation done. So it's like you're missing some of the in jokes, or you're missing some of the points of the show. So you need to either read the manga, because I think they skip some chapters, 1 or 2, I think, if what I've seen from now. But the manga, if you've seen it translated, it's gonna help you out to understand everything. It's pretty much the same. It's really faithful to the manga. But yeah, Komi-san, maybe I overreacted when I first saw it, but now I'm sure it's still a 10 out of 10. It's like next to Osama ranking, it's one of the best anime from last season. And I'm pretty surprised it's not, well, I think it's the most popular one from last season, but it deserves more. It has like a 8.17 on Mal, which is fine, but I think it deserves a bit more. I hope that, I don't know how Crunchyroll is gonna do it, because it's hard to decide the best anime, to be honest, this year. But I think it should be considered, or at the very least, give Komi Best Girl, because how do you do this with a character that doesn't even talk most of the time? She's so nice, so perfect, so pure, so you just want her to, just like what I said on the video, you want to see her succeed and make all these friends. And Tadano is really good too. I'd probably put Tadano in nominated and on Best Boy, because he's so nice and so willing to help Komi, and he's not seeing her as someone as he can date or something yet, because he's also kind of gullible. But he's a good friend. He's a good person. The whole entire cast I liked. I really liked them all. I put them second to My Senpai is Annoying, because the green hair girl kind of put me the wrong way when she was like, okay, I'm gonna be your dog. Like, bro, don't make this so weird. And then she stopped doing that on the last episodes, which is fine. She's fine. I don't hate her, but that dog part was like something that was annoying to me. And the what was her name? The crazy one. She's not even in the top characters. Damn. You know why. Let me find her name, because I forgot. Well, the one who has like the little pin, the black, the brown hair on there. Yamai Ren Yamai. The scene where she was licking the hair, like, oh my god, I was like, okay, you guys are way too extra with this. That was way too well animated. What are you doing? But apart from that, she was getting better, and I thought it was pretty hilarious how she was going so extra for Komi. But apart from them, Tadano, Najimi, Kaede, the class president, or the president, or whatever she is. Omoharu, she's so extra and I love her. Onemine, which was Nene, who was introduced in the last episodes, was so fun. Komi's parents, Komi's brother was fun too, in the only episode he appeared in. Where is she? I'm not remember her name, but the girl who, the red hair girl with the fire eyes. She was so cool, so extra, so nice. I like her character arc with Komi. I liked that this Omoharu showed me the concept of Japan, of what they say in Japan, that they believe too much in themselves or something like that. That was funny. Yeah, I liked all of them. Two of them, again, two of them were like kind of weird, but I grew on them as well. But I really like Najimi is funny as heck, whoever they are, whatever they are. And Tadano is really good too. I mean, Tadano, Komi, and Najimi being together is a nice group, and them adding any other of the ones in the cast helps the dynamic so well. The visual gags are really nice. I love the music. I love the animation is spot on. Comedic timing is perfect. Yeah. Next to, this is the best anime for comedy this season. Next to Vampire Dice Quick, that one was second best to this one. And I love the romance on this one, which is next to, which fights with Taisho Otome and Senpai. The Senpai is annoying. But yeah, maybe it hits me right in my niche, and that's why it's like 10 out of 10 for me. And Senpai is annoying, I gave it like a 9 out of 10 because of some parts of it being annoying. Well, not annoying, but not like being perfect. But every episode of Komi had me laughing, had me like cheering her on. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's perfect. The school setting is nice, and the announcement at the end for season 2 was perfect, man. I loved how they went like meta with the whole cast, like trying to have Komi say that they were renewed for a second season. And like, yes, I'm a fan. Next to, I think Komi Can Communicate is gonna be like my replacement Kaguya-sama, when Kaguya-sama is in airing. Which is funny because Komi and Kaguya are voiced by the same actress, Aoi Koga. And it's funny because this might seem like a joke, but I think Aoi does a really good job with Komi. Like how she speaks, like whenever Komi speaks, it's so like shy, so super shy and so quiet, but it's perfect. And her reactions are spot on. And everyone else has really good voice acting. Najimi is like one of the best ones. I love her. I love them. I love their like their dynamic when they're screaming and when they're like oh and like being super full of themselves. It's so good. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's perfect, you know. Komi-san and Osama ranking, and those are like must watch for me, in my opinion. And watch. There's a lot of stuff I mentioned here that is really good. So I think I was pretty on par with what I said on the video. Komi-san, Osama ranking, My Senpai is Annoying are ended up being my top 3, and yeah, it's what I said on the video. But yeah, only some fell off, but all in all, fall was perfect. Just need to see Super Crooks to see if that's gonna stay that way with them. But I'm currently watching Link Click, so I'm not gonna pretend that's part of it right now. So yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. What else can I say? What's coming down the line? It might be the top 10 video for animes of 2021. I'll see if I can get that rolling. Whenever Crunchyroll wants to announce the nominees, check me out on twitch.tv/JulesSugoi. I'm probably gonna do a reaction video to that to see how they screwed up or who got screwed in getting an award. an award, I mean, and maybe I'll put it on YouTube. If it's okay. Let me know if you like this new format. It's fun. It's been like 2 hours already, almost 2 hours, but and my voice is like cracking, so you might hear that on the video. But I hope you enjoyed it. It was really fun to go through everything and talk about it. And let me know what you thought about what your thoughts on the anime was. Maybe I got something wrong. Maybe I dropped some stuff too quickly and I might have to go back. Maybe you think what I thought was really good it was bad or whatever, or you wanna rave about Komi with me. That's totally fine. But yeah, I'll try to send this over, and yeah, really thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more of what I'm doing, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/ well, I don't think it's slash. You can find me at Jules Sugoi. I'll put that down on the description, and Twitch, and check out my videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you think I should keep on with this format, if you think the podcasting is fun, let me know what else I can talk about, because apart from anime, I'm not sure what I can talk about after this. Alright guys, take care, have a good one, and we'll see you when I see you.